Hello, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker 6.1 A Newfound Adventure. I am Darksky, and we're doing the MSQ. Oh man, I felt every single one of these last 4 months just waiting and waiting. I really don't have a whole lot of stuff to say beforehand, not that I can think of, so just... I don't know if I ever officially said what job Ala is going to be in the 6.x series. I know I said as much to like my friends and stuff on Twitter, on my personal Twitter. But for the time being, he's going to be on Paladin for a little while. For a little bit of 6.1. I want to switch over to his new main at some point. Not sure when. We'll see. Whenever it feels right, we'll make the switch. But for now, this is his current look. You can do Alexander Savage raids basically on your own now, so me and Kevin went through and cleared all that, and I got this top, and it looks really nice, and I love it. So this is his Paladin look. Okay. Newfound Adventure. Strange that they're starting the first quest is called the patch title. Huh. How am I supposed to know what the last quest is gonna be? Alright, let's go. We get into gear already? Tutaru is putting on a pot of tea and looks in need of company. Let's get it.
Ah, how lovely to see you. If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup?
It's been a while since I've done in-character voices, so you'll have to excuse me.
Take a seat then, and I'll find us something to nibble on as well.
Again, I'd like to clarify, I'm not a professional voice actor.
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors. Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it.
Global domination?
What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
Still mulling it over. Ala wants adventure.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you. You've fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again, and travel the world in search of wonder.
Go back to level 1. a great idea, but where to start? Didn't think that'd be such a serious
With
response.
so many exciting places to choose from, it's hard to narrow it down. But I believe I have the perfect destination in mind. Stavner. That's where you should go next.
Quite the unique expression there.
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Ah, is that the dungeon that we saw? I didn't even think about that.
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Ola's just got a checklist of everything that Emmett said. Just like bounty, bounty, bounty. Yeah, let's go do that.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world. In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress. Shouldn't take much longer now, though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
Oh, I kind of thought we would get this towards the end. Make sure it has pockets. You're the best, Tatar.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement. I am one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims.
I keep expecting, like, fucking crafting noises.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
Can you make me a pocket that I can fit a whole Grahati in? I'd appreciate that.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. God forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
Wash in your clothes. Oh? Hello? Hello? My first instinct was World of Darkness, but no. Is that Xenos' avatar? Looks like it.
And thus I am returned.
Were you someone special? Returned to where? Ooh, we get a title card! Ooh. Interesting. Interesting.
Ah, you're awake. My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga? Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Am I gonna get glomped again? Every time I go to the Diamond Forge? If I'm not mistaken, I think that was a completely new location. I know Xenos' Reaper avatar was different from everyone else's. I didn't think that would be plot significant. There you are.
Observe as an artiste refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. I only need a moment. You'll see. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. Final adjustment to the hem. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin.
Ayy.
Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream, ready for a bold new adventure?
It's even got Meteor's hair. Oh, it comes with an earring? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
I'm so glad you approve.
What do I owe you? You've outdone yourself, Tataru, thank you.
Oh, stop. You'll make me blush. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Or at least anywhere lots of adventure might gather. They'll look at you, a famous hero, and wonder, wherever did he purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Tataru's boutique. I can hear it now, the merry clink clink of gill overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears.
Alright, let's take a look. Put that away. Did not think we'd get accessories. Oh, it doesn't have pants. I was like, doesn't look familiar. Shows lots of neck. I like that. I think I'm definitely going to have to keep the Aetheryte earring. The necklace is nice, though. I could probably keep that. Gloves are fingerless, which I do appreciate. Ala loves him some fingerless gloves. How do you dye, though? It's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, I have new glamour options. Which means I'm going to have to take a trip to the glamour dresser.
Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant.
You don't say.
Or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of your past decade. Something to keep in mind. In any case...
Oh, I thought there was more of that. Okay. Collection expanded to Unending Codex. Okay. The Unending Codex is now available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the Codex as you progress through the main scenario quest. Well, Tataru and everyone else, I will be right back. We got new glamour options, baby. I think now might be... I was expecting to do this later on towards the end, but she gave us the fit now, so it's time for a change. New main job incoming. Alright, a quick trip, not so quick, to the glamour dresser. Mix some things up. Use some of the gear that Tataru gave us, and switch to Ala's official new main job for the rest of the 6.x series. It's Bard. I don't remember what it was that I'm like, I kind of want Ala to go Bard for 6.x. It was something new. And I think it's just something that right now really fits his aesthetic. And also, I think Bard's a lot of fun to play. It's something easy to play, and I don't know. It's like a perfect fit. And this is his gear, a mix of crafted gear, some old goodies. I had something else for the arms, but I kind of love the gauntlets that Tataru gave us, so I'm going to use those, especially because they're fingerless, and I love the design of the left one, and how they're asymmetric. I fucking love asymmetric style. And we're also using the necklace that she gave us, so I think that looks great. Keeping that aetheryte earring, though. Gotta, because Graha. But yeah, this is Ala's look. We'll see how long I commit to this. I'm sure we'll have more glamour options by the time 6.2 rolls around and so on and so forth, but for the most part, I really love this look, so pop back in, all the peoples. Time to go. Bountiful Ruins. Tataru has some advice to share with you.
As the former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best places to look for up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Thavnir, I suggest you explore in your options at Mayride's Mayhain, the finest drinking establishment in Razadhan. Hi, twin! Send a quick reply back once I can. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of the local tale-tellers, but also share with you tricks for loosening their tongues. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy your journey, Ala, and may fair fortune find you.
Alright. To Ilsabad. Oh, hey, Twin's here. Hey. They're in that new glam. How do you pronounce this? Do you pronounce the E at the end? That's the question, I think. Welcome to Meride's Mehane. I assume that's how that's pronounced. Oh, hello. I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. Ruins beneath the bounty. Would you be speaking of the Sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it. Ah, there he is. Professor Johan. I thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mehane's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection, and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy for him is on the house, by the way. If Meride found out I took coin from Thavnir's savior, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week. Yes? Following events cannot be skipped. Alright. This music. Get a sip of water. Ah. And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Oh, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. Here we are. One of Meride's finest. Enjoy. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Empties the cup in a single pull. Wow. That was very kind of you, sir. But I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? That doesn't seem to appeal to the adventurer. It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Alzadal? He was Khan of the Ari tribe which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Radz-at-Han. His decision to aid the Agasura is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajasura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Azadal III, who was known for his deeds as satrap in Radz-at-Han's earlier days. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely, and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first brood. Then there is the tale of the Sunken Vault. The one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Alzadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty, There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radz-at-Han, folk would remember the tale of hidden treasure. Hardy souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle in my, Oh, my cup appears to be empty. Right. Ah, I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. It's always kind of funny finding someone who doesn't know who the fuck the Warrior of Light is. Another further professor. Oh, today was a splendid day to visit the Mahane. Gulps down the newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Oh, yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault flatly refused, to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. It reminds me of something Azama was saying. Azama's fellow connoisseur of spirit is potable. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear. But he did have No, I can say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my words sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. Huh. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale, then. What manner of dangers have you faced? 5 hours later. The very edge of existence. From anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it. But I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. More, if you please. As you wish, but this one's is on your coin, Professor. Another cup dry. So you're just gonna pass the fuck out? Anyway, you being who you are, I just suppose I wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Osama's, he was asked by a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. He would only get from what's his name? I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my new best friend. My friend. Your drink, sir. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me some water? Yeah, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head was, thank you in the morning. I seem to have overindulged. I am put in mind of words of Master Jalzan. Be wary how much of the drink you swallow, less swallow you. Forgive me, I was... Well, you two, more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azama, well, as I said, we share a taste for Hane's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Johan has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you'll need to locate the man by the name of Asama. Oh boy. Yes, I'm Azama, and who might you be? All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Alzadal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. And that look in his eyes. I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Azadal III's otherworldly hoard, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you away from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me, how he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him a rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, once Zashal, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route. Well, my friend's purse was too light for the exorbitant price. With what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty, and within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Azadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. Is there a familiar face over there?
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Azadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the Bounty, You won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious
Oh, I
art.
see. I
Whatever
gotcha.
they pay
Right.
me, but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
Okay. I see your game. And there he is.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Oh, I hope there's actually worth to that Estinian.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure. But why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping. Ruins beneath the Bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
I can't believe that dude knew who Estinian was and was like, nah, I'll rip him off anyway. Yeah, let's screw over the Azure Dragoon. That's a good idea. It never took you for a treasure hunter.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Which I believe was 4.1's quest, wasn't it?
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploit. Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant. Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claim. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough. Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent, whether the map leads us to the vault or not. You are coming along, yes?
Cue adventure music. Naturally. Yeah, adventure music.
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
I'm moving this weekend. The internet gets cut off Thursday and it is Tuesday morning. So I've got today and tomorrow to do everything that I can. Because the internet doesn't get turned on over there until Monday. Really hoping everyone should be able to go for the 24-man tomorrow. So hopefully we can get that done. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Reacher's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast, and made his proposal once I was too full of Hunnish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or traveler, or trawler, with a ship fit for the open seas. I thought they misspelled traveler. Matsuya is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akiali and see if he can help us. Man, Estinian's voice kills mine. Ugh, how does that man do that? No, I won't be doing accents as I read these, because I'm so terrible at them that they're basically offensive. They have to be. So, we will be avoiding that. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? So, you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of the way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with beasts? I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavnir? You are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work for Zashal, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done, and I beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would have never... Well, we'd be...
Enough. I knew your game, and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out. For my friend here was seeking those very ruins.
You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done to you. But there is more you need to know. The map you bought is very real, as it is the island it shows. I overheard the Shah selling the information to another customer. He told the man where he needed to search, about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. The man sailed out to find his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you. Maybe even a whole army.
I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us, there is little we cannot overcome.
Please, I cannot bear the thought of... With our comrades, we might need a hand moving the treasure. Now you've got me to cry.
I did not. That was not my intention. Very well. Assuming we do find the treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying. Any ideas on whom to approach? The scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering.
Interesting. I wonder, does this choice actually matter? In the trailer, we saw Graha, Y'shtola, and Estinian. I wonder if this actually matters. But I'm going to go with Graha, because Graha.
Aye, Kra may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease?
Yes, if that man is strong as you. Is he, though? Strong, I mean.
What is your name, boy?
Mehrad, sir.
Well, Mehrad, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe.
I'm not proud of what I do, but what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby elephants.
Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates.
Thank you, sir.
Call me Estinian.
Am I crazy, or is Estinian's armor way more blue than it used to be in, like, Stormblood? I thought it was way more of, like, the default purple in Stormblood. Maybe I'm crazy, just remembering things wrong. Friends for the road. Estinian is ready to escort Mehrad to safety.
I shall leave you to recruit Graha. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Mehrad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path.
To the Annex. I'm very, very curious as to whether or not, like, if you choose Alphino and Alize, will Estinian be like, oh, they're busy doing something else? Maybe Graha is free or some shit like that. I said in my 6.1 trailer reaction video that I would actually kind of appreciate it if Alphino and Alizé weren't around for a while, if that meant the next time we saw them, they had hit their growth spurt. Ready for that, for those two to grow up. Oh, look who it is. Welcome back, Ala. What might the students do for you? Huh? Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Cryle. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. Hi, boy.
Ah, Ojika, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Hey, boy.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Been dreaming of me, have you? What are you two working on?
Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Val.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around? The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition? Oh, I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Yes?
Then again,
Sweet
it's not
boy.
so urgent that it can't
Sweet
wait
boy.
until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Oh, this precious lad.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure.
Look at him.
Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
I can go, Mom? Really? I can go?
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already. Have you asked anyone else to come along? Then might I suggest we invite your Stola? Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlian the other day.
Oh,
and
she's
spoke
here.
briefly before she began her search of Numenon. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Huh. I wonder if traversing the rift might be bigger of a plot point.
Then let us head to the archives at once.
Bigger of a plot point than we thought.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger. He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like. From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
Looks like we will have options.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Are you going to be the one who tells us to go beat up the gods?
Right. Then it's off to the library.
My goodness. I remember seeing that little piece of the cutscene in the trailer where he clenched his fists. And I'm like, oh no, what's Graha angry about? Nah, that boy's just ready for adventure. What minion do I have? Oh, I need to go back to MSQ minions. Adventure. Alrighty. Yeah, I was wondering how much of getting to other shards was going to be or be not a major plot point in this new arc. Well, she wasn't hard to find, at least. She's... God damn it. Wakey, wakey.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Hello?
Close my eyes for one moment.
I thought my sound cut out. Oh, those fucking stairs.
Been here?
Long enough. We just arrived. We didn't want to wake you. Catching up on some light reading?
Something to that effect. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me. As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wished to ask of me? Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
At Chiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Dude's like, God damn it. Alright, that was Zane. When she woke up, I straight up thought my sound cut out. I had like a mini panic attack of, oh no! I was like, wait, just give it a second. Maybe this is for comedic effect. I visited Labyrinthos on several occasions recently. But I've not set foot in the Thalmazane since the day we boarded the Ragnarok. I don't see Thancred anywhere. Was he not supposed to be traveling with Urianger? They're having a fight. Married couples having fights.
Ah, our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
It's good to see you as well. We'll get to tinker later.
And thee. As ever, thou art the picture of strength.
Yeah, look at these thighs, man.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loperids had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperids now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts. Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos? fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
And where's Thancred?
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
You know, never.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
You say that now.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
How was your pilgrimage?
Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather? Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporrits.
Ah, of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters. I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Let's be about it. Oh, I got a snack jar. It's gonna take time to... Okay. There we go. Now then. The thrill of imminent adventure. I never tire of this feeling. In my travels, I find a child wandering alone, orphans, in all likelihood. Though homes raised by beasts and blasphemies can be rebuilt, the void left by those we have lost cannot be so easily filled.
Just imagine the possibilities. Gotta give Twin a hug before I leave. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, see you later. I send you to recruit Gra, and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Matsu's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means... Oh, it's Yashila. I thought it was Matsuya. What he means is we are grateful for use of one of your precious fishing vessels. We are more than glad for a chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reef in the shallows there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. Take that money. Despite my misgivings, I wager Mayerhud remains in the merchant's employ. Azadal's legacy. Y'shtola is intrigued by the legend of Azadal III. Azadal III. I confess I am somewhat embarrassed that the tale of his journey to another world escaped my notice. Could it be more than simple folklore? And what of the treasure he supposedly brought back? This undersea vault may hold relics from another reflection. My friends, we should temper our expectations. The map doth promise ruins, but beyond that, we know not what we will find. Not until we find it, aye. So let us dispense with the conjecture and set sail for the vault. Alright, squad. Roll out. Give me the bwomf. 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 Azadal's legacy. Now accessible. I am aware that this story about an otherworldly journey may be just that, a story. But even the wildest tale often contains a few grains of truth, and that is worth investigating. The treasure vault of the Satrap will surely be filled with diverse and devilish deterrents. Caution is paramount. None who enter these ruins come out alive. Well, we shall see about that. One can only spend so many days hunched over a desk before it begins to take its toll. A spot of vigorous exploration is exactly what I needed. Hello, twin. Hello. I love you. I'm gonna be getting going. Give one of these for good measure. Bye-bye. Alright, let's get in there. Sorry, Stinian, you're gonna have to sit this one out. Are you? Well, yeah. I guess Graha is the only tank here. Alright then.
Victory will be ours!
Our fates are not yet sealed.
I stand ever ready.
And end selection. Okay, this is slightly different. Action available. Let's get to it. Here we go, new dungeon.
Azadal's Legacy, Ilsabard. Alright, gang. This is the aisle where we... this aisle is where we find the vault's entrance. Is it? Okay. Oh! Okay. Invisibility spell removed, mayhap. Glyph works its magic once more. So the glyph was just genuine. On we move. Should be just about first boss time. Jellyfish. Oh boy, it's got two different things. That's gonna mean different mechanics or something. Bamboo jam. My, what dense ether this creature has. 'Tis rare breed of jellyfish. One with sting, I imagine. Big wave. Sounds like AoE. Bleeding. Tentacle dig.
I will not hold back.
Tiki, you don't want to be over there? Oh, they're moving over here. Haha.
Make ready.
Alright, so the more spear-shaped one does an AoE around it. Tentacle dig. Both in. Oh, that's unfair. You guys zip-zopped over there. God damn it. I was waiting to see what they were going to do, and then all of a sudden they were just over by Graha. Toxic Fountain. Toxic Fountain. Oh, that hurt. Don't let me die. Don't let me die. Might that device be our sought-after entrance? I see. No gear? No gear. Huh. That's weird. I was about to say, I wonder what the gear's gonna look like. while we're here, cliff of passage detected, confirming bearer's identity. We're under the bounty. Deep under the bounty. Doesn't look like we can go that way. What? Recognize their signature brazen day fuel. Since we have limit break already. Can't go that way.
Hold still.
Oh no, there's gear. Interesting. Another gate.
I will not hold back.
Good shit. Alright. Let's see. I must needs memorize these defenses. Armored chariot. Oh no. The key guardians appear mechanical in nature. Please remember to heal whilst you take notes. True. True. Urianje. Alright. Wonder if things are going to be coming in from... There's something big over there. Anything else? There's a big ass shark.
Gloves are off.
Articulated bits. Okay, 1, 2. Oh. More articulated bits. Once again. Ow. I should have just gone far over to the left for that. tank buster. This far into the fight? So I didn't notice it before.
Be gone! Be gone!
Your greed will prove your undoing. Or chariot. Attack routines, behavioral patterns. There's much to report. I only hope the Loperids do not misinterpret the data. Bits of healing. Don't recognize this set offhand. Well, I think we found the treasure. I assume we've reached the vault's inner chambers then.
Make ready! Make ready! Be gone!
Secret doors and paths, more elements to consider. Ere long, you shall be the variable vault expert. I don't know if there's anything to see back there. Thrice one horde. Repel the intruders.
Together we shall overcome this.
Ah, mimics! God damn it, I didn't even see them. Oh, I guess we could have gone farther, I think.
There.
The path opens. This guy. Looming Warden, Capiculu. Cool design. This is wrapped in aether-imbued silks. No mere adornments, then. I see. Well done. Raha, if you would. Glowing bolts. Colorful, holy shit.
Hold still.
Spin out. Oh! Oh boy. Here we go! Whee! This is fun. I like this. More billowing bolts. God, that is just so much color. Holy shit. Uh-oh. Alright, so I think you have to look for what color he selects and not be near that. Oh, my dots! My dots! Spin out. Here we go again. Whee! Oh no! Ow, 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 ow. Oh, this lasts a lot longer. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Wow. Oh, 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 I was fucking dead. Okay, you got me. You got me. Wow. Let's go again. Color. Color. God, that almost hurts to look at. Green, so get away from it. Okay. Wasn't doing damage. I was just bad at this video game. So green this time? Yeah, okay, gotcha. Take that shit.
I will not hold back.
Yay! We did it. Yay, smiling. What'd I miss? A fitting sentinel. A hidden room within a hidden vault. Nothing is shown. There's something up there. Interesting pants. I don't know why they kind of look like something I'd find in Heavensward. I wonder if it's a reskin of some gear from there. I'll have to look at the rest of the gear.
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Harnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Oh, Sean, wasn't expecting to see you here.
Vritra! Ah, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our reunion. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
I wasn't going to touch, but you know you still up. Sealing away what exactly?
Perhaps I should simply show you.
What if fucking Ishtaha's in there for whatever? Just in there. That can't be good. Fucking Gisela.
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Was it the world of darkness we were looking at? In that cutscene in the beginning? I came here in search of something that might further my research. I did not anticipate a fully functioning void gate. Can such a tiny portal truly be so dangerous? Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passage between Source and the 13th. The difference in the terminology refers to the circumstance of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is a product of deliberate action. I suspect this is the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think our search for material riches would lead to this priceless discovery. The swirling emptiness, it puts me in mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. I expect you have much questions. A brother's grief. Y'shtola is appraising the void gate with scholarly eye. Brother's grief. Are we gonna start talking about Ishtaha?
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
Got that theme playing. We're gonna start talking about Ishtaha, aren't we?
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory. An age 5 millennia past, when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat, and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities. In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to fall awake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the arts to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat Han was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn.
So this is why you had Barshan made.
Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
It was. Okay.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used the simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Radzat Han and abandoning your sister. And you chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
I remember when Nero turned purple.
Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the First Brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
Wow, that was quite the tale. 13th, what chaos must consume that world. Millennia have passed since last I saw her, but I see Asdaya in memory still, clear and vivid. I wonder how one of the first brood could simply vanish and leave no trace of her passage. Now I have my answer. For Reacher's grief, her lost sibling will be no mystery to Justinian. His hath been a life entwined with sorrow, even before he became host to Nidhogg's essence. So they managed not only to expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. My apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary. Much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we should return to Rosenhan. Very, very interesting. Will this arc be... I want to say we go to Marasidia in 7.0. But I feel like, God, all signs are pointing towards the 13 now, I think. Between the role quests and Shadowbringers and what we're getting here now, I feel like we have to try and do something there. Which way? I guess this way would be the fastest. There is much about the Void Gate that I cannot even begin to explain. I must convince Reacher to share everything he knows. Richo speaks as if Isha is a lost cause, but I wager he feels differently in his hearts. 'Twas a most enjoyable expedition, for which I am grateful. As for mine evaluation, I shall impress upon the Loporits that a treasure vault is incomplete without daunting sentinels to test the mettle of any would-be intruders. While I am loath to keep Kral waiting much longer, I cannot bring myself to leave before hearing more of Richo's tale. I promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. As your instruments have no doubt informed you, the Kapikulu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to its post, along with some few lesser constructs. Was it tomb robbers? Fiends born of the towers of Zot. By the sisters, do not tell me the blasphemy yet room free. Yeah, that was our bad. Would you guys quit making it look so obvious? Why such guilty faces? Surely it wasn't you who were responsible for this. Oh. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions. Quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It is still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemically forged lock and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, I would admit only the lowliest of void sent, and from this side, no man would be able to pass through. No man. I should think Alphino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding the Stimurian portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists, I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process has long been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Ishdaya, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open the Void Gate, one bound to a covenant made with the world of darkness. With the collective darkness. Once that sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void sent, but such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the bounty gate. Mayhap you could resume your search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here and now. Ah, I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? It was Olistinian's idea. As I recall, 'twas you who was chasing tales of undersea ruins. Well, as you have seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumor's origins, but I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to the trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, that I might alleviate the people's suffering. Then we are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? What are you plotting? Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I will make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You are most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. Would that I could join thee in thy study, but the Loporrits will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. And I must be off to Charlian as well. Mistress Carl was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the annex as soon as you are able. Farewell for now. We can discuss my findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. And, so the realm. Oh, okay. So that's unlocked. The difficult part in all of this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Of course. Thank you, Ala. Ala and I are in this together. I will follow his example. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Back in it. Yeah, this is some World of Darkness shit. Hello? Hello? Different elements. Motherfucker, is that? God, what's his fucking name? Throne of Earth. I sensed the breach of the gate, but it was not instigated from this side. 'Twas thrown open from the other. I too felt it. A rare occurrence, yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have waited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate he who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Let him come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp for breath in final moments. Knight in black, your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. Look at this fucking dude. 'Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Son of a bitch. Well, I think it's time for a break. I need to look up that motherfucker's name. It wasn't Garland, was it? That does look like a Garland. Yeah, that looks like Garland. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. He's like the OG Final Fantasy 1 boss, right? Well, we'll see where that thread leads to. But for now, I'm going to take a break. So I will see you all in a bit.
Whispers falling silently drift on the wind, but I hear you are journey. Now a memory fading from sight, but I've seen.
Ah yes, this music means good things are about to happen. What are these for again? Oh, she's gonna make that thing from Matoya's relic.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Look at this magical girl transformation shit.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Silence.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
It was a door looking for each. Ah! Shame. 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 Look at her.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. You had best be on your guard as well.
Froth and foam.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Never mess with a witch.
Let us begin, shall we?
Look at how excited Nadana is. Adorable.
Nixies, return to my side.
Hello? Oh no, that one stinks. It's smelly. Oh. Damn. Oh, that's sad. Oh. Oh, that's bad. Oh god, that's like the fucking things from like Half-Life 2. Oh god, help me!
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Well, that's bad.
They're coming through.
Wow, that unsheath animation on Bard looks cool.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Never go into the chamber pot of secrets.
We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Big Brother's talking.
You are wearing that face, after all.
Mm-hmm.
As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Let's do it. All roads lead to the 13th. Time to go save Big Sis. Alright, we're recording. So, something terrible has happened. At the end of my last part, when I clicked end recording, I don't know if I double clicked or what, but something caused Elgato to start recording again immediately after. So it recorded like an hour and 30 minutes of me just hanging around, doing nothing, taking a break. And when I came back and pressed record to start my next session, it stopped recording. So it's been about an hour and a half of MSQ since the last part concluded. Unfortunately, I just lost... I tried to use the rewind feature thing, but when I clicked record again, all that was lost. So unfortunately, that's all gone. I was beginning... I guess I should go over what I said as I was going through it. I said originally that I thought we were going to go to Mericidia in 7.0, but as things started to progress, it looked like all roads lead to the 13th. So it looks like the 13th will be the next big thing. And we had the experiment with the 2 Nixies, which unfortunately I lost as well. And God, it feels like we're coming in on the final quest. God, that fucking sucks, man. This has never happened. I don't know why it did that. I never double click. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done now. But, I guess I have nothing left to do but to continue on.
Take care, and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
If I hadn't just happened to glance over and saw that the recording light wasn't on, I would have lost everything. I guess I'm just gonna have to take solace in that. And whatever's left. You surprised me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree of, shall we say, involvement in helping reach this conclusion. 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering... I almost read that as the worm's thundering thighs. Wow. Sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night. And had travelers believed the palace racked by some unnatural storm. What of your own answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, revenge thoughts were my thought. His endless rage my rage. And the soul-chilling grief he nursed was for Ratatusker's death. I would not wish such an agony upon any foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vreacher that pain, then I will fall. I officially have to stop. I have to stop using Estinian's voice because it's fucking killing me. Oh, gods. Just the 4 of us? With things as they are, I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. It will make an interesting journey besides, traveling in a smaller party for a change. Crowds can be a bit draining, don't you think? Now on to the specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan as such is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. 'Twould be more convenient had we some manner of base camp near to the gate itself.
One of the palace's chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Megaduda. Gosh, I can't believe how much I lost. I think at best I've got 30 minutes left out of the MSQ. I'm missing like a full third. Or fourth even. Fourth or a third of it. God damn, that sucks. And so we will require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove to make room or to ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you've completed the arrangements. As you heard, we will have you settled in Megaduda in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in my search for Asdaya. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I can do. I only wish we knew more of our nation. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take. Or what chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make an attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nadana. If you've preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th, now is the time. All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train it with the Radiant Host to pass time before we depart. You know what this means to me, Ala, but my purpose need not consume you as well. We are headed for another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart. This I know. Meanwhile, in the 13th, I'm recording. Oh, I didn't notice its eyes before.
And thus I am returned. To this world, bereft of saviors.
Paths unwalked, adventurous spur, pulse quicken, spirits stir.
God damn. Oh, I lost so much footage. God fucking damn it. Oh, that was definitely a third of my entirety of my footage. God damn. I'm gonna be so fucking paranoid moving forward, I tell you what. I'm glad most of the hard-hitting shit was recorded. Holy shit. So that void synth that Xenos was using is now plot relevant. And if I had to throw a random tinfoil hat theory onto who the fuck that void synth is, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's our reflection from the 13th. That's the kind of person that I think Xenos would forge a pact with. And I think that is exactly who that is. We'll see how right I am. I have my own canon about who Ala's 13th reflection is, and that would be his twin brother. So, we'll see what happens. If we're going to be venturing into the 13th, I suppose our reflection from that would have to be addressed. We'll see what happens. How are we going to drag this out till 7.0? I can't imagine we'd actually go to the 13th until then. But it's like we're in the waiting period now. It feels like 5.5 or 5.4 or, you know, the 0.4 or the 0.5 patch. Where it's like we're just waiting on a thing so we can fucking go, but... oh, God. I've gotta go. Gotta try and cheer myself up. I've gotta come back, unlock the 24-man, do other shit. But, my apologies again for not being able to capture everything. It's unfortunate, but there's not much that can be done. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Now. Alright, here we go. Alright guys, this is the ride I told you about. Having fun? This is fun, right? Oh god, Alize. You'll pay for that. My head, is everyone alright? Alright, thankfully they had a reaction to that. I'd be disappointed if they didn't say anything. We regroup and counterattack. Here we go again. And we're off. So much spinning. Again. Oh, this is getting old. Keep your wits. And it's not so bad. Alphano likes to be taken for a spin, I guess. Yay. What did it? Okay, at least they had a funny little interaction there. That was good. I'll take it. Leveling those trusts, worth it.